what exactly do you mean by stealing a film? Is it copying or taking inspiration from it? Like, where do you draw the line between copying and taking inspiration? See, how I look at this whole thing is, copying is basically you copy the same elements, same characters, same scenarios, same scenes from a movie, a film, and put it inside the short film. That's basically copying. And taking inspiration is still doing the same thing. You're taking the specific scenes, the same characters, and putting it into your short film, but you're adding your own twist to it. Something which makes your short film yours. Something that's different only for you, something that's unique, something that makes people go that your film looks similar to this other film, but this other film didn't have this specific thing, but your film does. So that makes your film not a copied film, but based on inspiration. So what's that one specific thing? Like, how do you figure it out? Like how do you make it yours instead of making people accuse you that you copied from some other film? My name is Rahul and I've made 4 short films so far on this channel, and one of them even won the best short film award at my college. And this one right here, the first one, B1, that story wasn't totally mine. It wasn't totally original. Like, even I had to steal this whole story idea from another YouTube channel, which was Omeleto, and they made a short film called Stalled, which was basically the same thing which I did. I mean, they basically did it the first, but what I meant to say is, I watched their short film and I was like, damn, fuck, this actually feels amazing. Like, I felt so excited and so motivated about the idea, the concept, the execution of it, and I wanted to make my own version of it. But I was too scared that I'm copying the whole thing and putting it into my own short film. I don't want people to just like accuse me that I am copying, that I copied from this other short film. I don't want that. So what I did was, I tried to make it as different as possible. So I tried to add a different location, different characters, different story, but I wanted to keep the raw concept same, and it actually worked surprisingly. And I didn't realize that before, that I was actually taking inspiration from it, and I don't have to feel guilty about it. But now I know it's just using those concepts and making it something of your own shit. You feel me? See, the differences between my short film and their short film is basically the whole location setup is different. In their short film, the whole short film plays out in a bathroom stall, and in my short film, it plays out inside of an elevator. In an apartment. That's already a huge difference right there. And the second thing is, their short film had this old man in the beginning who foreshadows what's going to happen. I mean, it's not really that important, but in my short film, I have this masked robber who tries to kill the protagonist, which makes the story even more interesting, even more exciting. These 2 differences was enough to call my story original. In reality, but in reality, it's really not. See, if you really think about it, every short film, every movie, everything that you see out there that's been put on YouTube, internet, in the theaters, everything, every single piece of creative, what do you call this? Creative product. Everything has been copied by someone else, like taken from something else that has been already existing before. The stories, the movies, everything is basically a copy of a copy of a copy. They just feel better, they just look better after every iteration. You feel me? You can never really create original stories if you really try, even if you really stress about it, even if you really, even if you think that you can, oh no man, this whole shit is cliche as fuck, I can make it much more original, much more interesting for people to watch. Sure, you think you can make it. I mean, I of course did. I of course thought just like you, but when in reality, there's only like 7 basic plot lines anyone could ever write as a story. If you want to know more about those 7 basic plot lines that I'm talking about, you can just Google them online and you'll find them, because honestly, I don't really remember. Like maybe one of the short line was called Rebirth, the second one was called Comedy, third Tragedy, fourth was Rags to Riches. Like this is what I'm saying. Like everything, it sounds new, it sounds original, but under the hood, under the structure, the skeleton is basically the same. So you can never really make original shit. Okay, so don't stress yourself if you can't think original ideas, original storylines. Okay, I'm just gonna save you a shit ton of time, of stress, of wasting your time, and like like you can just skip this phase. Like you can just accept that you can't make original stories. You can make fresh stories, you can make unique stories, but you can't really make original storylines. So what should you focus on? See, okay, now I said that original stories are impossible, practically impossible. So does that even matter? Should I even make my film? Like, why should I even try to come up with an original idea? See, what I'm going to say is, if you have a good idea, merge it with the existing storylines. It's basically merging a concept, a different concept, with the already existing storylines. Just pick one of the 7, those basic plot lines, and add your shit into it, like your concept. See, the key is not coming up with original ideas. You need to make the audience feel the emotion. See, emotion, no matter, see, emotion doesn't get boring. You don't need to find original emotion. Like, it's always inside of us, it's in our biology. So we make films to tap into that primal emotion, that happiness, that anger, that frustration when we watch the film. Not because it's bad, but because the characters are relatable. Okay, don't get me wrong. So you should be able to tap into those emotions of the audience. That should be your primary focus. Imagine a father and daughter relationship where the father will go to any extent to save the daughter's future. That itself is a good story. But when you add, this space travel, time dilation, black holes, that concept on an already existing storyline, that becomes Interstellar. That's original. That feels original. But underneath it, it's basically a love story between a father and a daughter. Similarly, take a generic love story about a poor boy and a rich girl. It's generic, but when you add a sinking ship, that's Titanic. See, the key is to not come up with original ideas. The key is to take already existing ideas and add your own concept to it. You feel me? So here's the step-by-step process about how to actually do it, from looking like a copycat to actually taking inspiration from other people's films and making it your own film. Step 1, pick the film that you would like to steal from, whether it be short film, an actual movie, or anything, a YouTube short form content or reel or whatever. Okay, done. Once you have that, now step 2, that's it, that's a step 1. Now step 2 is think about what would make it better, or what does it lack. What do you want to see from that original film, from that original idea, the scene? In my case, when I saw that short film Stalled, what I felt like, there was no actual horror inside of it. There was no like I wanted to honestly, I just wanted to include an elevator inside of that storyline, because I was really interested to make a short film around an elevator, a horror genre elevator, and I was just looking how can I fit an elevator into that story, and it basically became an original one. So try to fit in shit that you like into the actual the short film, the thing that you want to copy from. And yeah, basically combine two stuff. That's the step one, where it can also be two different movies, right? if if there's a movie revolved around bank robbery, and if there's another movie revolved around maybe dreams, I don't know. I'm not getting the specific movie names, but when you combine it, bank robbery and dreams, it's a heist among the dreams. So Inception, there you go. So you could just combine two different things or three different things, and it's pretty easy, man. It's pretty easy to come up with original stories if you just combine shit that you like. Step 3, now this is the hard part. Make it make sense. Now that you have all of your dots in place, now the only task that's left to do is you need to connect those dots. Of course, like if you're see if your short film starts like a person walking on the street, and suddenly he enters into a black hole, that would feel abrupt. Like you would need to you need to change the story a bit. You need to make it make sense. Like how do you say this? If you want a specific scene to happen in your film, then make your characters around that film fit into the into their belief system, into their motivations. It should feel organic, it should feel natural, that this scene has not been put, this scene came out of the previous scene. Like, you feel me? See, here's the really exciting part. When you try to force scenes into your short film, you would be so restricted because you want this scene to work, but the story doesn't go the way you wanted it to go. So you need to come up with creative ideas to make it make sense. So you need to create new characters, have their motivations different from the protagonist's motivations as well, and cook up a little mini story to make that particular scene what you want to happen. Like should make sense, right? Unintentionally, you're already creating a new story, like a mini story. For example, in my short film B1, when the robber comes and tries to kill the protagonist, like I didn't really know why I wanted to put that scene into that, but I really wanted to put that scene. So I had to make sure that the robber needs to have a motivation to kill that protagonist. So why would a random person just come inside of an elevator and kill this random dude in suit, right? So what I did was, the protagonist, he wears a suit, so I mean, you could just assume that he's a little bit wealthy, a little bit rich. Maybe he's carrying some cash in his pocket. So he's a high ROI candidate if you want to rob someone, right? So that's how he became the robber's number one target. But why the killing though? Why did he kill him? Maybe because he just wanted to just scare him off a bit with the blade, but since the protagonist resisted, he managed to kill it, or he managed to kill him. Or maybe he didn't want the protagonist to get in his way or something. So that makes sense. So I need to wear a suit that looks kind of expensive. I need to have a purse, like a wallet, and yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. That scene is more than just that scene. See, that what happens in the short film is, I know it's probably taking too long, but what really happens in that short film after that scene is, when that scene happens, when the robber kills the protagonist, the loop breaks and multiple clones of the protagonist start spawning, and that's when the real story starts. See, it's pretty organic, pretty natural. You just have to practice with it, bro. It doesn't just, there's not really a quick blueprint that you can use. The more you do it, the better you get. Even if you find something that feels like, okay, I can just use this. I mean, it feels like a template, but in reality, if you just do better, I mean, if you just do more films and try this type of style, you'll get better at it. You'll get better at making it make sense. You feel me? If you still don't have clarity yet, if it's still vague to you, you can join my community, because that's where I review your scripts, your short films, and give feedback to it. And a lot of people will be there just like you, who are ruthless about getting better at filmmaking. And I also have a course inside that community which teaches you how to write good, compelling stories, so that you don't ever have to watch this type of videos again. So it's currently free right now. You can just join by clicking a button, but I'll be charging it soon once enough people join. So it's better. It's probably better if you just join it now. Okay, so go join the community, and I'll see you later.